Interesting. Secutor Ludus XI. Very nice. Very nice.
Today's video is powered by Secutor and...
So here we go, people. This is another Secutor pistol with an added extra, a compensator, and it comes in different colors too. I went for the black and silver configuration, and I think you'll see why in a moment, because as much as I love the golden black configuration or a completely black configuration, there's something oh so sexy about a silver and black Airsoft sidearm. Let's get inside this box. Now, the first thing, as always, you are greeted with is an instruction manual. Right, let's see what other goodies you get before we get to the pistol itself. Okay, so there's an additional nozzle, and you get a couple of Allen keys. A very tiny one down there, and this big one right there. And because you can put an RMR style sight on this bad boy, look, you even get the mounting plate.
and a larger front sight.
And then we get to the pistol itself. Oh, it packs some weight as well. Look at that bad boy. Let's take a nice look around this piece. First thing I want to do is have a look at the magazine. You'd be forgiven for thinking it's a gas mag, a standard like green gas mag. No, this bad boy's CO2. And I love it when manufacturers produce magazines where you can't see the CO2 capsule. Makes it look oh so more realistic, especially for filmmaking. And to get to that CO2 compartment, you just press on that little button right there and the base slides right off. Now, if you can, when you're getting your CO2 capsules, try and buy the ones that have silicone oil already inside. If not, just put a couple of drops down there or on the top of the CO2 capsule. I'm not going to put any BBs in it just yet. Nice. There you have your mag, nice extended magazine base. Then you've got these very cool looking serrated grips. And as you can see, it's got like little panel sections there. As I go around, you can see how the light is shining off each one. As I go right away around, it's the same on the front of the grip and of course on the other side. And then when you look on the back, you have that checkering. And then, of course, as I would come to expect, you have your grip safety, your beaver tail, your thumb safety, which is naturally
On the other side, but do note, you don't have that thumb rest, that very ergonomical thumb rest on the other side. So moving along, you have
your mag release, a very cool looking trigger, and check out the trigger guard too. Even that is ergonomic. Haha, nice. You've got your slide catch and release, your serrations at the back of the slide to make it easier to rack that slide, your skeletonized hammer, your rear sight, which is nicely complemented by your front white dot sight. Now, let me take you back to the hammer and the rear sight. If you notice, and of course, your thumb safety, they all have serrations on them. Now, naturally, I understand the thumb safety. I also understand the hammer. What about the rear sight? That's got serrations there. Why? Well, as you can see, when you're looking down that sight, you're getting no glare from the rear one. Now, if there were no serrations on there, there's a strong possibility that the sun or any artificial lighting will cause a horrible glare on this surface here, which will make it very hard to acquire a sight picture. Loving the finish on this, I have to admit. It's almost got that granite look to it. So as we move along, you've got your lower rail, you've got some nice inscriptions on there. That one right there is divide and conquer,
or if you like, divide and rule.
Then of course you've got more serrations right there on the slide. You've got your front sight, which I've already shown you, and then there's this. Now, this is your thread protector on the end. Now you can take this off and put on that additional compensator. Just give you a quick look from the front. Looks very nice, very elegant the way this has been done. But I'm going to whip this off and put that compensator on so you can see this in its alternative state. And then I'll show you the other side of the pistol and of course on the top. Look at that. Oh, yeah, let's get it on. Now please note, this Allen key that I'm using to take this grub screw out is not one of the Allen keys that came in the box. This is from my toolbox. Now the next thing to do is to take this thread protector off. Now, naughty me. I've always said when you're doing anything to your pistol, whether it be, I don't know, maintenance or whatever, if you're not actually using it or firing it, drop that mag and then carry on with whatever you were doing. So this inner piece right there, that gold threaded section that you can see, that should then come out. But for love nor money, this is not coming out of this compensator. But it doesn't matter. If it wants to stay in there and it's in there solid, then even better. It makes it a lot quicker to put this on. So the idea is that little gold threaded section there is supposed to pop out. You put it on the end of your pistol and then you put the compensator on. But at this point, I can just put it straight on the pistol. So first thing is rack that slide back. There, now, once you've got it on nice and securely, oh, I'm loving the bling bling of the slide and the compensator. Anyway, once you've got it on, just ease the slide forward and look how flush that bad boy is. Stop press. I've decided to take out the grub screw. I then started to loosen the compensator, so I turned it once to do one complete revolution to leave a little gap between the slide and that. Now, for obvious reasons, it's a good idea to do that. And when you look on the official on how to install this YouTube video, you will see that they also, Secutor themselves, leave a little gap. Because the last thing you need, as nice as it looked when this was completely flush with the pistol, is for this slide to be continually slamming against that compensator, because you know what's going to eventually happen. But when you have it installed like this, everything should be gravy. Nice. So as we move along the top of the pistol, you have this plate with two large screws. You can remove this, put on the supplied plate, so you can mount an RMR style sight. So as we move forward to the lovely looking Roman numerals on the top right there, and this very tactical cutout, not just for show, even though I love that it shows the outer barrel and that lovely silvery chrominess, it makes the slide just that little bit lighter, which means that this slide should go a bit quicker when cycling back and forwards.
So let me give you a quick look at the internals.
Got a grey nozzle there. Remember the spare one that was in the box was a black nozzle. And there's your spring and guide rod. And right behind that, your hop-up adjustment. And there's your lower frame. I like it. And also love these armoured claw gloves too. Anyway, so as we move to this side of the pistol, you've got more of your markings right there. You've got your serial number. And of course, as with most airsoft weapons, made in Taiwan. And then of course you've got your ACP markings on the top right there. And this is what I was talking about earlier on. Once you get this bad boy on right here, it just complements the rest of the pistol very nicely, especially right there on your ejection port and of course on your cutout. Absolutely love this piece. But you know, it may look nice, but how does it perform? Let's get some BBs in there. We're gonna chrono this bad boy and do an accuracy test. Oh, and by the way, that's what the gold one will look like with the RMR sight. Okay, BBs are in, 26 rounds. .368.5, that's hot. 352.6. 363.6. 362.8. 362.8 again. 367.7. 365.2, one more. 364.4. Oh my gosh. That is one consistent pistol, consistently shooting nice and hot. Now if you're thinking, oh, that's a bit too hot for gameplay, yeah, many countries it will be a bit too hot. That's why Secutor include that other nozzle, so you can power down this bad boy so it's more suitable for gameplay. Nice. Right, you know the drill. 4 in there. 4 in there, I'll do 1 shot there and I'll empty the mag here.
Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
I got a perfect.
Perfect. Perfect.
And that's saying something. I don't always get perfects when I'm doing my accuracy test, so yeah, I'm happy with that. However, whilst doing that accuracy test, 1 or 2 shots were blanks. Yes, blanks. I fired and nothing came out of the barrel. Just 1 or 2. Other than that, I'm very happy with the results. Now, let me fill the mag up again. I'm gonna do more shots towards that target, but this time I'm gonna have it right there so you can see how this performs. And I'm gonna keep firing until the CO2 is finished. So we can also check how many mags you're gonna get out of this bad boy before you have to change the CO2 cartridge. Oh, and by the way, as I said, it's a 26 round mag, but you can get a bit more than that, but try to stick to around the 26 mark, because that too could cause issues when firing and could put undue stress on the whole system. Right, here goes. Bit faster. Nice. Let's keep going. Oh, there you go. There you go. The CO2 is out. So I would say you would get comfortably around 2.5 mags worth of BBs shots from this bad boy before you have to change the CO2 cartridge. And remember, you can squeeze a bit more than 26 in there. So I would say it's gonna be, a bit more than 62 shots. And if CO2 isn't your bag, you can run green gas mags in this bad boy, which are also available. So, what are my initial thoughts on this Secutor Ludus XI? In terms of how it looks, all the markings, the design, how it feels. I absolutely love this. In terms of performance, well, the accuracy speaks for itself. It's awesome. I've got no issues there. However, and I always like to be honest in my reviews, as I mentioned before, 1 or 2 shots did not make it out of the barrel. For what reason, I don't know. But other than that, so far so good. But I'll continue testing this bad boy. I'll give a little update on Instagram at some point, or I know this won't be the last Secutor product that I review. I will now, from this point onwards, because I keep promising this, at the end of every single airsoft gun, rifle or whatever review that I do, I will refer back to its counterpart. So for example, if I've done a Secutor pistol or shotgun before in the past, I will do a little end segment giving you an update of how that one's performing. So you will have an update of this one soon because I have more Secutor products to review in the future. But until the next time, I'll see you right here on the Airsoft Mike YouTube channel. Oh, and if you really want to support me, subscribe to my other channel too, Mike's Tech and Toys plus movie memorabilia. And you'll be able to see the reviews on all these swords that keep popping up in my Airsoft videos.
The link is in the video description.